Hello, in this video, I'm going to show you the steps to knit this scarf. It's super easy and perfect for beginners. I've named her Olivia. Here's a quick overview of this scarf. It's knitted in a 1x1 rib with stockinette edges. Both sides look the same, and you can easily adjust the width and length. Mine is 14 cm by 180 cm. I won't be covering the basic techniques in this video. If you're not familiar with them yet, you can easily look up the beginner tutorials using the keywords I suggest below. The material you need. You can use any yarn you like, just go with what you have. You can even pick a thicker yarn to make it faster and easier to knit. I'm using Rico Baby Classic DK weight yarn. You can also just check the label of your yarn to see what needle size the brand recommends and use that. With this yarn, I'm using 4.0mm needles from Knit Pro. You can use either straight or circular needles, both work fine. You also need some scissors to cut the yarn and a tapestry needle to weave in the ends. That's it. Now let's start knitting. I'm gonna use the long tail cast on method. Now let's measure out the tail long enough for about 51 stitches. You're gonna wrap the yarn around your needle 10 times. Add a bit more yarn, then slide it off, and that length should be enough for about 10 stitches. Then you will fold that length of yarn 5 times, and that gives you a tail long enough for about 51 stitches. Now we can start casting on. If you never knitted before, you can look up some tutorials on how to make long tail cast on. There are tons out there. I'm just showing the steps for making the scarf. You can cast on as many stitches as you like. Just make sure it's an odd number. I'm gonna cast on 51 stitches. After casting on, turn your work so the needle with the working yarn is in your left hand. Begin the first row as follows. Row 1, K1, P1, repeat to the last stitch, end with K1. Row 2, turn your work, P1, K1, repeat to the last stitch, end with P1. From here, repeat rows 1 and row 2. Odd rows are worked the same as row 1 and even rows the same as row 2. You can see it more easily here. If the stitch looks like a V, knit it. If it looks bumpy, purl it. That way you won't get mixed up. Keep knitting until your piece reaches the desired length. It'll look like this. If you run out of yarn and need to start a new ball or join a new strand, I'll show you how to join the yarn without tying a knot, so the yarn stays nice and invisible. When you finish a ball of yarn and want to join a new one, this is the method I usually use when knitting ribbing or patterns with a few vertical rows of knit stitches like this. It also works really well for stockinette knitting, of course. To make it easier, you can stop one stitch before a knit stitch. Then use the yarn from the new bar to knit that stitch and continue knitting the rest of the row as usual. Keep knitting until you get back to the spot where you added the new yarn. The knit stitch from before is now a purl stitch. And now you will pull into the stitch from the previous row. And then drop the yarn off the left needle. Pull the tail a bit. And that's it. Just keep knitting as usual. And now I'm showing you how the two yarn ends are now secured, not loose at all. And once you're done, it will be easier to weave in the ends. I will show you how to do that later. Once you've knitting to your desired length, mine's about 180 centimeters, it's time to bite off. You can use any method you like. It doesn't need to be stretchy. I'm just doing a simple standard bite off here. More tip. To keep the end of your scarf from flaring out, knit a bit tighter or use a smaller needle. I'm using a 3.5 mm needle to bite off. Keep knitting just like the pattern we did before. Knit 1, purl 1. Use the left needle to lift the first stitch over the right needle tip. That's one stitch bite off. Next stitch, knit 1, then lift the reverse stitch over. That's 2 stitches bite off. Keep repeating this until you reach the last stitch and stop there, because there's one more little tip for that final stitch. When you've got one stitch left, don't knit it yet. Just slip it onto your right needle. Then, look at the edge. You see a little V shape there. Insert your left needle from underneath to pick up the left leg of that V. Put the last stitch back onto the left needle and knit those two loops together. Bite off it as we did. This helps keep the last stitch from getting loose. Cut the yarn leaving about 15 centimeters to weave in later, and you can tie it off like this. In the next part, I'm showing you how to weave in those yarn ends. Now we're going to hide the ends. If the ends comes from joining yarn, we will tie a small knot to secure it. Then we will use a yarn needle to weave the ends in. We will move one strand to another row so each end is hidden in a different row, right between the V-shaped stitches. Then we will go through the strand underneath the V stitches like this. We are not going under them. We are weaving right through the yarn itself. Go through about 3-4 stitches. Pull it slightly. And then go back through the last stitch and repeat that 2 or 3 times. Give the piece a little stretch so it's not too tight. Trim the extra yarn and you're done. You can see that nothing shows on either side of the scarf. And that's it. I finished the tutorial for this scarf. You can play around with colors or make it longer, around 2.4 meters, so it can cover your ears. Good luck and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye!